Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about the delay in new content. I was out of the country on vacation for a few months. Hopefully, I can get back to updating regularly. Anyway, today's episode is not about ruling or strategy based, it's about superstitions at the Mahjong table. If you've played Mahjong long enough, you know it's never just about the tiles. It's about luck, timing, and a whole lot of superstition. From what you wear to where you sit to who you accidentally bump into on the way to the table. Many players believe it can affect how the game goes. Today, we're going to look at some of the more common Asian superstitions at the Mahjong table. Here we go. And these are in no particular order. The first is books. The reason why books are unlucky is because in Chinese, the word book is a homonym for the word to lose. And so a lot of Asian gamblers don't like having books around when they're gambling. The next one is tapping the shoulder, patting the back, and sweeping the leg. I group these all into one category because they all involve touching another player.
麻雀館四大金技。喂，你有冇搞錯啊？我打緊牌嘅點食糊啊？
Okay, so I don't really know the reasoning behind this one. So I did a little bit of research and checked some websites, and here's what one of them said. It said, in Chinese gambling culture, touching or tapping someone on the shoulder while they are playing is considered a serious breach of etiquette and a surefire way to bring bad luck. The shoulder is believed to be a vital point where luck resides, and any form of contact, even a friendly tap, can disrupt this energy and ruin your winning streak. And then on another site, this is what I found. It said, do not tap on the shoulder. Asians believe it's bad luck because there's a light to their fire and you've just put it out. The only example I have for this one, start over. The only example I have for this one that someone had told me when I was younger was basically it's like if a buddy of yours comes up to you and taps you on the shoulder and asks for you to loan them some money, which is kind of like giving money away. Anyway, let's move on. The next one is backpacks. The reason why you don't want to have backpacks around when you're gambling is because in Chinese, the word backpack sounds like you're saying guaranteed loss.
求其抽13隻嚟睇下。哇！唉，做嘢啦！
Number 4, wearing red. In Chinese culture, the color red symbolizes joy and prosperity. And so that's why you see a lot of red during Chinese New Year time and also at a lot of Chinese weddings. In the gambling world, I think people want the color red to be hugging their skin as close as possible. And so wearing red underwear is a big thing, supposedly. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's too personal. Number 5, opening game victory gives bad luck. So there's this saying in Chinese that goes 食頭糊輸甩褲, which literally translates to win the first hand, lose your pants, which is similar to the English saying losing your shirt, which means suffering a great financial loss. Not too much detail going about this one. Next. Number 6, washing your hands. One of the things some superstitious gamblers will do is when they're on a bad luck streak, they'll go to a restroom and wash their hands. This is supposedly like trying to wash away the bad luck. Conversely, when you're on a winning streak, you shouldn't go to the restroom to wash your hands because then it's like washing away the good luck. Again, not much more else on this one. Next. Number 7, circling your chair. Here's something you might actually see while playing at the Mahjong table with superstitious players. If one person is on a losing streak, they might get up and circle their chair 3 times, or they might move some of the furniture around. There's actually a saying in Chinese, something about moving the chair, moving the table, and I don't remember the rest. If someone out there is familiar with it and can help me out, that'd be great. Anyway, they do this because it's supposedly to get rid of the bad ghosts. I was once told when you're playing Mahjong, it's really ghosts that are playing behind the players. I don't know. Crazy superstitions, I guess.
打了嘛，轉二台，換燈，校燈學，行翻個大運，洗牌。咪住，豬四下家碰死對家，頂死上家，打兩粒色減一點。
Number 8. Discarding 4 wests at the start of the hand. In this scenario, if all the other players have discarded west on their first turn, the fourth player should not do so. Placing all 4 west tiles, Seiyan, Guaisai, basically means all 4 are dead. Also, don't discard the 1 of circles after all the other players have discarded west at the same time. It means Yatong Guaisai, which translates to all 4 die together. Next. Number 9. Seating position. For this one, some believe that seating position can affect your luck. They say don't sit directly facing a toilet door, the door into the dining room, or underneath an overhead beam or a protruding corner. Supposedly, it's bad luck. Not much else I can say about this. Next. Number 10. Counting your winnings before the game is over. This one basically means when you're up and winning, you shouldn't count your chips because it's supposed to be bad luck, but it's also generally just rude and poor etiquette because it's kind of gloating and rubbing it in to your other opponents. This is also similar to that English saying, don't count your chickens before they hatch, because I guess they're not all going to be yours. Number 11. Running into a monk. In many Asian, particularly Chinese and Thai gambling superstitions, seeing a monk or a nun on the way to a casino or while gambling is considered very bad luck. When I did a Google search, this is what I came up with for the reasoning behind it, or the belief behind it. This is kind of long, so I'm not going to read it, but it's basically saying because monks have renounced wealth, and so you probably shouldn't go gambling that day.
施主，眾善因得善果，善有善報，積多啲陰德，對你今後都有好處嘅。
大師，化緣啊！我中意做善事㗎。化住5嚿水先，跟嚟跟嚟。大家，做多啲善事，好心有報啊！大家一齊嚟跟我化緣啦嚇！化緣啦！救命
啊！Number 12. Shifting 3 stacks over. This one is basically saying if someone is running hot and another person wants to break their flow, they'll say shift 3 tiles over before the deal. Supposedly that's supposed to break their chain of good luck.
擲色。咪住，過3洞。
過3洞？哦，我又明啦，過3洞即係過走人哋啲好運。
A lot more, but this video would take forever if I was to go over everything. Anyways, at the end of the day, Mahjong is a game of skill, strategy, and probability. But for many of us, it's also a game of belief. Whether you follow every superstition or just a few out of habit, these traditions connect us to generations of players who sat at the table before us. So tell me in the comments, which superstition do you always follow, and which ones do you secretly ignore? If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your Mahjong friends. Until next time, may your tiles be lucky and your hands come in fast. Bye.